Happy Monday, everybody, and thanks for tuning in to Toys, the Universe, and Everything. This week we're playing Touchdown Football for the Atari 7800. So, is Touchdown Football the red zone fix for Atari football fans? Or would you be better off playing foosball for one? Well, like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and let's play football, or whatever this is. Based on the 1985 Electronic Arts computer football game, Touchdown Football was released in 1988 for the Atari 7800 by Imagineering. What makes this interesting is that this is based on an EA football game, but not that EA football game. In this game, you play as Team A or Team B in a 6-on-6 football game with special guest kicker, Greek tragic hero Oedipus, after he plucked his own eyes out. Reading is fundamental, kids. Plays are chosen by pressing one of 8 directions on the stick and hitting a button. Receiver routes are chosen independently in the same way for the right and left wideouts, and the offensive line can also be set this way. Kicks are automatically going to miss, that is. You can set the quarters to 5, 10, or 15 minutes, and when you score a single, cheerleader will cheer for you in the end zone as you do your dance, because this game was from the 80s. To heck with sportsmanship. Super Bowl shuffle away. Visually, this game manages to be less impressive in 1988 than 10-Yard Fight was in 1985. The sprites animate in a surprisingly limited amount of frames except for the cheerleader. Girl's got moves. The ball shows no attempt at shading, and the field has no fans or detail other than the grid. The title screen is really nice, however, and I think Atari knew that because they used it as the box art. They used the title screen as the box art. Now that is some cheap, lazy, cost-cutting stuff right there. The title screen is also the cart label as well, and probably the background of the programmer's business card. I was thinking of getting it as a tattoo because why not? It's everywhere else. There is no halftime show or game over screen to speak of, no Jumbotron images, just the field and plain text for your box score info and touchdown notifications. It's like the programmers knew not to get too excited about touchdowns in this game. You're going to miss the extra point anyway. The music jingle in this game isn't bad, but it only happens at kickoffs and the title screen. The rest of the sound is pretty much out of an old LED football game. There isn't much in the way of noises or cues or crowd noise. It makes the game feel very tedious instead of tense. I don't want to say a pokey chip would have made it better because it's very clear sound design was not the focus of the team working on this game. The focus of a good home football game is the game itself, right? Well then, I have bad news, sports fans. This game plays like a Pee Wee League game on opening day. The receivers don't run their routes and the quarterbacks won't throw to the receivers. The running game is pretty much broken and the kicker should be bagging groceries. Point after attempts and field goals are pretty much impossible even for the computer. How no one caught this in QA, I have no idea. There is no bar for the kick or on-screen reticule to signal you, no cue at all. It just happens or it doesn't. Which for me, it didn't. Ever. On the plus side, the computer appears to be just as confused about how to play as you are. I'm not sure anyone ever played this during programming to see if it was actually fun. Based on the box art and game itself, I'm willing to bet this game was just thrown out there as a cash grab for poor Atari owners starved for a football game. That said, it was a little satisfying to run this kickback for a touchdown. He could go all the way. So, do you need Touchdown Football in your collection? It is a football game for the Atari, but you would probably have more satisfaction tracking down a football card than this game. Retro gamers that play football know that Tecmo Bowl and Madden are the two camps for this type of game. Touchdown Football is a sad, soulless mess that is less fun than a handheld red light football game and sounds about the same as one too. On the plus side, it is super cheap, but only go looking for this if you have to have them all, or need to level a kitchen table or something, watch The Replacements or watch The Waterboy instead. Play Madden on Genesis or Tecmo Bowl on the NES, or even NFL Blitz on 64 or Dreamcast. I don't think even Dan Marino could save this game from the cellar of the 8-bit football division. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and no matter what your questions are about toys, the universe, and everything, remember, the answer is always to have fun, and foosball may not be the devil, Kathy Bates, but touchdown football might be the game in Satan's Atari. Until next time, everybody.